Who are you?
I lead a group of immortals. An army, I guess. Soldiers, fighters like you. Look. You've got questions, kid. I get it. You want answers? Get back in the car.
That is Oscar winner Charlize Theron, starring in the new action-packed Netflix movie, The Old Guard, which streams this Friday. In the film, adapted from a graphic novel, Theron plays Andy, the leader of a group of immortal warriors who have fought together through the centuries. Since leaving her native South Africa as a teenager, first to model and dance in Europe, then to act in America, Theron has worked her way to the top of Hollywood's A-list. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2004 for her role in Monster, and has been nominated twice more since, including just this year for Bombshell. Movies like Mad Max Fury Road, Atomic Blonde, and now The Old Guard remind us she can handle herself in a fight, too. Charlize and I got together this week for a virtual Sunday sit-down while she's home in California with her two girls. So I just got finished watching The Old Guard, which is phenomenal. I'm going to use a very scientific term. It's an ass-kicking movie. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, they're a group of immortal mercenaries. They have this great ability to not die, yet sometimes they can. When you look at immortality or characters who are immortal, you run up against this little problem, and that's stakes. If you walk into every scenario knowing that you're not going to die, then what's really at stake, right? And that's not fun to watch. It was important to give them this ability to lose it so that you are always kind of worrying for them. The themes that it explores, the characters who are at the core of it, there's something very intimate about the emotion.
It's so interesting to hear you talk about the sort of this existential question about immortality. I mean, we all assume we would want to be immortal, but is immortality appealing, actually?
When you break it down to just the emotional suffering that you would have to experience over and over and over and over and over again, I think you realize that it becomes a very lonely experience because ultimately everybody leaves you. The closest thing to that I could relate to as a mere mortal was, dogs. They live for such a short period. I've gone through 3 big experiences now where I've lost dogs in my life, and it's brutal. It's so brutal.
Luckily, you've been good at repopulating your house with those dogs, some of whom are running under your feet as we speak, I think.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we have 2 new members to our family, Leo and Cleo. My daughters have been begging me for their own dogs because we've always had dogs, but they're right. They're my dogs, And so they were like, Mom, no, we want our own dogs. And I finally caved in. So they have their own little puppies now.
And I bet you get to help with taking care of those little puppies. It always comes back on us. Let's be clear.
Let's be very clear. Yes. I basically have 2 new puppies.
That's been a big part of your quarantine life. What else has it been like to be home, not able to go out, not able to work, and just kind of being with your girls, going through school and everything else?
I had been working quite a bit that previous year, and so I was actually really ready to just be home. I'd say the biggest challenge for me was just homeschooling.
Amen.
It was really, really hard. It was mentally just really challenging for me because I was alone with 2 small children. I had 1 kid downstairs and 1 kid upstairs, and the other one could have very well just burnt the house down in the kitchen. And the other one upstairs, was complaining about what a terrible math teacher I was. So it was an incredibly stressful time for me. And I will make any action movie over and over and over again before I homeschool again.
Long before she was an Oscar-winning actress, Theron was growing up on a farm in South Africa, during a time when her home country finally was ridding itself of apartheid. Today, she's raising her 2 African-American daughters in a moment when their home country is undergoing a reckoning of its own.
You want to believe that we learn and we will never go back, and yet here we are finding ourselves at that crossroads again. My oldest girl's 8. I had this moment the other day where, it started with the pandemic, kind of go like, wow, I've never been in a lockdown. And what are my kids making of this? And then all of this other stuff that then followed. And I had this flashback where I remembered vividly, my God, I was 8 years old when the AIDS epidemic hit South Africa. And we were going through the first real struggles of having apartheid be dropped. That country almost broke out into a civil war. And it helped me in a weird way to kind of navigate how I went about telling my girls what was happening right now in a way that wouldn't freak them out or scare them or wouldn't feel appropriate, but also felt truthful. And that's a tough conversation. You don't want your 8-year-old daughter or your 5-year-old daughter to, there's a sense of innocent loss, like their innocence, there's a little bit of their innocence that were there before that's not there now. But in a weird way, I see how it's empowered them, They've definitely been empowered by all of this, and that's a good thing.
What's their reaction been when you start to tell them all these things that they may well encounter in American society?
One of my kids she's more sensitive to it. And I have another child who she's not so sensitive. So she's more like, she wants to be proactive. Like, okay, so then what am I going to do? What do we do? Okay, we make signs. We have signs in the car. Like, she's that kid. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to have them just do it on their own time.
While Theron treasures time at home with her children, work remains on hold.
Do you see a day soon, somewhere on the horizon, where you're back on a movie set with directors and actors and extras and everybody else making movies again?
My industry is a tricky one. It's one of those jobs where it takes a village. You need a lot of people in order to do it. And I don't know how we're going to do that anytime soon in a safe manner. I know that a lot of my colleagues are actively trying to, be inventive and trying to figure out ways where we can do that. But I don't know. I honestly don't foresee a very, very near future where we're just going to go back to making films the way we used to.
Well, you're going to have to get back eventually, because based on what I saw at the end of The Old Guard, I think there might be another movie coming. Am I onto something there?
Yeah, you're a smart man. Very astute of you.
The Old Guard begins streaming on Netflix this Friday. My big thanks to Charlize for taking some time with us from her home. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full-length interview with Charlize Theron. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.